Hey guys, what's going on? This is Eric Broadus, and welcome again to my YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube. And today, I just briefly want to touch on some advice for those that are in the military. And the topic for today or tonight would be have a game plan while serving in the military. Again, I say have a game plan while serving in the military. Now, what is my reason for saying this? The reason is that the military is an institution that is formed around discipline, and it also focuses on an objective. And the military has a mission, and through discipline and focus, they and teamwork, they are able to accomplish their objective. But I want to go a little bit further than that, and this is more on a personal level. For every individual that's serving in the military, and for those of you that are going to desire to enlist and serve in the armed forces, you should have a game plan. And so that's what I'm talking about. Have a game plan if you intend to serve in the armed forces, or if you are serving in the armed forces. And this is for all, whether this is your first day in basic training or whether you are on your last day before you retire or before you get out. And my reason for saying this is that I have seen it oftentimes where individuals have gone into the military and they gave their time, their gifts, their talents, and their labor to Uncle Sam, and they came out the same way they went in, or they came out basically with nothing. And so, my thing is this: if you are going to give this type of commitment to Uncle Sam, to serve your country, obviously I believe in patriotism, but when you decide to join the armed forces and you raise your right hand and you swear in, you know, that means that you're giving up a lot. That's a commitment. You are giving of yourself and everything that you have, to include your most valuable and precious asset, which could possibly be your life. So, my thing is this: using wisdom or common sense, why go serve in the armed forces if you don't get anything out of it? And what I'm saying this is for a reason, and I understand patriotism and sense of duty, but if you are going to give up so much like that, then you ought to have personal goals that you want to accomplish while you're in. Don't go into the armed forces or serve in the military and don't get anything out of it. And people, they join the military for different reasons. I mean, there's many different reasons, and only those individuals know that, why they join. Some, it may be they need direction. Some, it's a steady paycheck. Some, they need the benefits. Some, it's the college education. Some, it's patriotism. Whatever it is, make sure that you have a game plan while serving in the armed forces, and do your best to get it accomplished, or get some things accomplished. Get rewarded for the sacrifice that you are making for your country and for this government, because you're giving up a lot, and it doesn't make any sense to go in and not to get something out, because you will understand something. You are giving up, you are giving up a whole lot. And sometimes, as men and women that serve in the armed forces, you have to endure, certain hardships, or maybe loss of certain luxuries or privileges that on a civilian side, that they will never have to lose or experience. So if you're going to make that type of sacrifice and commitment, and you're going to give up all of that, then you might as well make sure that you get rewarded and get something for your time and length of service. Get something out of it. And for those that have been in the old heads, or those of you that have experience in the armed forces, and you've been, in the military for a while, sometimes when you've been serving for a while, the journey can get kind of dry, or you feel like you wore out. You feel like you don't have anything to give. But what I would say to you guys that's been in for a while, or those who are looking forward to retirement, make sure you stay maintain your focus on what your own personal goals are beyond the military mission. We all know that you have to get the military mission is going to come first, but make sure for yourself personally that you get something out of the deal, because you've given up all these years serving in an institution or an outfit, and so you might as well get something out of it. And I can't tell any individual what their game plan should be, because everybody's is different. Each individual knows that, but make sure you get something for your time. If you were on a civilian job, you're not going to go to work if you're not going to get paid. So it's the same thing in the armed forces. If you're going to, sacrifice, and maybe possibly, if it calls for it, have to give up your life for defending the Constitution, and the rights, and protecting and preserving the rights and freedoms that Americans have. That right there is on your back, which is tremendous responsibility. So make sure that you get something out of it and have a game plan. Have some sense of purpose about yourself. Don't just go in just willy nilly and just spin your wheels and don't get anything accomplished. And like I said, for those that have been in for a while, just stay the course. Stay the course, and keep your focus. Just remember, whatever all the nonsense, the extra long hours, all the different things that you have to put up with while serving in the armed forces. And I know sometimes it can get long, and you can feel like you're really tired and like you're wore out, but you got to keep your focus on the prize. For those that are going for retirement, well, y'all already know what to do. Just maintain frame until you get ready to punch out and get that retirement. But the bottom line, what I'm saying is, make sure you get your end of the bargain for serving Uncle Sam and for serving your country, because you deserve it. And while you are in, you should get something out of it. And then once you get out and become a veteran, follow on, you should get some privileges and some veterans benefits, because you sacrificed and you gave up a whole lot in order to get that. You gave up something that very few Americans give, and that's called your all. But that's all I have for this video, and I just want to make it short and sweet and to the point. But again, have a game plan while serving in the military and the armed forces. All right, guys, name my channel Eric Broadus YouTube. That's EricBroadus YouTube. And I also have a podcast called Snack Starts. That's SnackThoughtS. And you can find my podcast Snack Starts on Anchor, Spotify, Spreaker, Acast, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and a host of other social media platforms. Lastly, I am teaching courses on Skillshare on how to succeed in the military, diversity, leadership, and a host of other topics. So sign up on Skillshare. I'll leave the link in the description, and you know, sub to Eric Broadus YouTube, and smash that bell to become a subscriber. Smash the like button to like the video and leave a comment. And if you don't like the video, hey, smash the unlike button and leave a comment. I'd love to dialogue with you, and everyone is entitled to their opinion. And you guys in the military, you serve to ensure that as Americans, we can have our opinion. All right, guys, that's all I have on this one. Peace out, and I will catch you guys soon, hollering at you from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Peace.